Every year, YouTube is filled with videos telling you how to make your new year amazing. Titles like Make 2025 Best Year Ever or How to Make Greatest Comeback of Your Life. They sound great, don't they? But let me ask you, did those videos actually help you last year? Most of them don't tell you the real reason you fail. It's not because you didn't try hard enough. It's because of the mistakes we make that silently sabotage our progress. No matter how much you plan or how motivated you feel, these mistakes hold you back. The changes you want won't stick unless you fix what's holding you back first. But don't worry, this video is different. By the end, you will have a clear plan to finally break free from what's holding you back and build habits that actually last. So let's get started. Alright, so let's start with the reasons why our New Year resolutions don't work. First reason, old habits hold us back. You can't build good habits if your bad habits are still running your day. For example, you want to study every day, but you are stuck scrolling Instagram for hours. Or you plan to wake up at 5 am, but you are still staying up late watching Netflix. Bad habits don't just disappear, they stick around and take over your time and energy. Another big mistake is trying to change too many things at the same time. For example, you might say, I will quit social media, I will exercise every day, I will study 5 hours a day, I will wake up early, and many more. Few years ago, I made this mistake. I set 5 different resolutions in January. For the first few days, I was super motivated and I tried to do everything. But by the second week, I feel tired, skipped one goal, then another, and eventually gave up on all of them. When we overload our brains with too many new habits, it's become overwhelming and we quit everything. Third mistake, goals without plan. A lot of people set goals like I will study for 5 hours every day, I will go to the gym every morning, but here's the problem, they don't think about how to make it work. For example, when you will study, morning, afternoon or night, where you will study, at home, in the library or somewhere else. What exactly you will study, math, science or another topic. Imagine someone says I will start running every morning, but they don't decide where they will run, what time they will wake up or how far they will go. Without a clear plan, they will get stuck, feel confused and quit after a few days. Fourth mistake, we rely on motivation. At the start of the year, we feel excited and ready to change everything. We tell ourselves, this is my year. But here's the problem, motivation doesn't last. It's like a burst of energy that fades after a while. For example, imagine you are excited to wake up early and go for a run. The first week feels great, you are energized and ready. By the second week, it's cold, you are tired, and staying in bed feels easier. You might think I will wait until I motivate again, but that feeling might not come back until the next New Year resolution, and you will stop trying altogether and wait for another New Year resolution. This happens because we depend too much on motivation, and when it fades, we lose the push to keep going. And number 5, no tracking progress. Finally, we don't track our progress, we lose focus. Think about it, how many of us remember the resolutions we made last year? The problem is we only set goals but don't think about how to reach them or how to measure our growth. For example, you decide to read 5 books in a month, but if you don't track how many pages you are reading daily, or if you plan to go to the gym but don't track how many days you go consistently, it feels like no progress is happening. Without tracking, we feel stuck and slowly both our interest and motivation fade away. Okay, now let's look at why building good habits are so difficult. Bad habits are easy, good habits are hard. Bad habits feels amazing in the moment. Scrolling Instagram, super easy. Eating junk food, delicious and effortless. These things give you instant pleasure. But good habits, they are the opposite. Reading, exercising, wake up early. They takes efforts and the rewards don't show up right away. The reason for this lies in how our brains work. Our brains are wired to chase quick rewards. When you scroll Instagram or eat something sugary, your brain releases dopamine. Studies even show that we are more likely to repeat things that gives us quick dopamine hits. But when something takes effort, like going to the gym or reading, our brains doesn't see immediate reward. So we end up choosing what's easy and enjoyable instead. Okay, now let's talk about how to make 2025 into your most productive and fulfilling year yet. Here are 5 practical strategies to help you stick to your goals and build habits that truly last. Number 1. Replace bad habits. You can't build good habits if bad ones are taking all the space in your life. Start by clearing them out. Delete social media apps if they are sucking up your time. Quit habits like binge watching or late night scrolling. They are drain your energy and steal your focus. Try a weekly dopamine detox to reset your brain from cheap dopamine sources like gaming, junk food, and endless scrolling. By reducing bad habits, you create the mental and physical space for good ones to grow. Number 2. Focus on one habit at a time. Trying to change everything at once is overwhelming and often leads to burnout. Instead, pick one habit to focus on, like exercising daily or eating healthier. Once you have nailed that, move on the next one. This works because you are giving your full attention to one thing. Think of it like climbing stair. You focus on one step at a time, and before you know it, you are at the top. Number 3. Have a clear plan. A goal without a plan is just a wish. So break your 2025 goals into actionable steps. For example, your yearly goal is read 12 books. Break it into monthly goals. Read 1 book each month. Then break it into daily action. Read 10 pages a day. Be specific about what, when, and where you will take action. For example, what, study for 15 minutes. When, in the morning. Where, at your desk. Number 4. Build discipline instead of relying on motivation. Motivation is like a fair weather friend. It's great when it's there, but unreliable when you need it most. Discipline, on the other hand, is what keeps you going. If you don't feel motivated, don't aim for perfection. Just start small. For example, if your goal is to exercise daily, but you don't feel like it, tell yourself, I will just do it for 2 minutes. Most of the time, you will end up doing more once you have started. This simple trick helps you to beat procrastination and build discipline over time. You will rely less on motivation because consistency becomes second nature. Number 5. Track your progress. Tracking your habit might seem simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Use a notebook to write your daily progress. Why this is so helpful? Because we often forget how far we have come. When you are feeling down or stuck, looking back at your habit tracker can remind you of the progress you have made. It's like having a record of all your small wins. If you found this video helpful, don't just click away. Take action now. Think about one habit you want to start today. If you are serious about turning your 2025 into your best year yet, subscribe for more videos like this. One small step at a time. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Let's make it happen.